Hello and welcome back to the Bad Movie Reviews channel, hosted by none other than your two favourite mental cases, Ben and Daniel. Don't know where that was going. We are reviewing a highly anticipated film for myself. I know you anticipated after watching the trailer. It is none other than Ari Aster's Beau is Afraid, which we have done a trailer reaction for. We had no idea what it was going into it. All I'm going to read in terms of the basic plot is actually the IMDb synopsis, because I would like most people who see this to go in knowing nothing as much as you can. It basically is about Joaquin Phoenix, pronunciation hopefully correct for all you who commented on our trailer reaction. Following the sudden death of his mother, a mild-mannered but anxiety-ridden man confronts his darkest fear as he embarks on an epic back home. So that's pretty much as basic as you can get. If you've seen the trailer, it doesn't really show much either.
Nothing. I had no clue what to take going into this.
As I sort of touched on before as well, it is written and directed by Ari Aster, who has done Hereditary, which is, in my opinion, a fantastic film, a great horror film. Midsummer, which is extremely fucked up. And this is, this is this. This is Beau is Afraid. Without further ado, if you want to, comment on as much as you can, because it is a film which I feel would probably settle in the stomach in terms of, you watch it and we're pretty much reviewing this straight out the bat. Yeah. So we'll try and talk about it as much as we can, but it is, something which probably would change, I think, in opinions as time goes on, as you've seen it more and more. So anyway, tell me what you thought of the movie. I'm interested.
Definitely the film that you'd want to watch a few times. And look, I'll re-quote us back when we did our reaction review. Beau is Afraid, and definitely so am I. This film was delicious.
Delicious.
It's
a word I would not use.
It was delicious in the fact of it was beautifully terrible. It was so confronting. It puts you in a scenario of trying to understand like psychopathy, psychosis, and schizophrenia, and trying to really bring that to the forefront of it. And if this is any kind of in-look into anything that those kind of people go through, wowee. The acting was absolutely beautiful by, I think, every single person within it. Everything, like everyone played their role. Even the minuscule people, I think, played their roles quite well. Really brought kind of attention to the story that was being told, without taking the full light away from Beau himself. The audio design, I actually was not the kind of film where I really thought it would shine, but I actually thought it really complemented this, and as I said, brings it to the forefront. It brought the whole ideology of this film straight to the forefront, and it was beautiful, and it complemented it perfectly, I thought. Some of the cinematography and designs and set pieces and like all the animation and everything that was going on, I was not expecting any of it, and it was some of the best looking stuff I've seen. It was unreal. I feel like I'm partly insane from watching this film, and it might reflect that in the overall plot too. Wow. I don't know where to start with comments or my takes on it all. It was confronting. It was terrifying. It was beautiful. It was kind of eye-opening too, to a degree, and a lot of I guess if the movie does explore the idea of psychosis or going into schizophrenia too, it's quite well known within that industry too that it's not uncommon that they're mistreated, which really kind of reflected on some of this, I thought, that those patients may be mistreated. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? I feel like
That's something
I'm
you'll
stumped.
probably, it's something you'll probably
I need to watch
pick
this
up.
like 3 times to really understand what happened.
I must admit, it's probably something I would agree with you on that, but it's also a 3-hour long. The other half of me is like, it's 3 hours long, and it's not an easy watch.
Yeah. Unlike Lord of the Rings, which would take up a similar time frame with the 9 hours.
I guess to start on just the behind the camera stuff. Ari Aster, this is, in my opinion, his magnum opus at this stage in his career. Like Hereditary's great, Midsummer's great, but the direction in this film is beautiful, and the entire set pieces. First of all, the originality of the script, like regardless of whether people don't like it, do like it, just give me an original movie. Don't give me Fast 11. You know what I mean? Like, give me something like this where I go and I am intrigued the whole way through, regardless of how wacky it is.
Yeah.
But in terms of like everything, yeah, as you said, like the score really amplifies the almost claustrophobia of the whole movie and the anxiety. Like you obviously it's spoken that he's anxious ridden basically in the plot, as I just said, and you kind of feel that as well.
Yeah.
Really. And I think it shows that really quite well. The acting by everyone, Joaquin, Patti LuPone as Mona, Wasserman as well, really stole the show for me. Everyone else was also really good, but it's definitely a film for Joaquin to shine, really. Obviously being the main part, but it is hard to talk about because it is definitely a film you need to see a few times. I can completely understand why it is divisive. I can understand people will either love this film or they will absolutely hate it. Like, I don't really see many people being in the film at this stage in terms of where I'm sitting. I'm more on the loving aspect, just for purely the creativity. Some decisions I was sitting there and some things in the film, which I'm sure just by my reaction, you'll probably know exactly what it is when you're seeing it. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Just to put it lightly, I was like, this is weird. It is weird. I don't know how else to put it. It is Hereditary and Midsummer are his previous works. While Hereditary is very, I guess, neat in terms of its story, there's not much sort of up for debate in that regard. Midsummer's also really similar, whereas this film kind of is packing so much, and you kind of need to unpack that, whether it's talking about people's reliance on the pharmaceuticals industry, whether it's talking about mother-son relationships, whether it's talking about in general, really the world. Like you've got a lot that you can really kind of talk about in terms of family disconnect. You could go on like that. You really, and obviously it comes down to Ari's intent of the film. Whether, for all I know, it could be literally just there's the film. Like his intention could be here's the movie. Like it's weird. That's it. But in my opinion, there are a lot of underlying themes in this in regards to, as I said, pharmaceutical industries. I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah.
It's something I'll probably talk about, and you could even do an analysis on this film and chat deep in regards to that, because I think every single person will get something different out of this. I definitely do recommend going to see it. It is a journey.
Without a doubt.
It is a journey. Everything behind the camera, as I said, is beautiful. Everything in front of the camera is beautiful in terms of the performances, the set, the cinematography. It's just kind of like I'm genuinely sitting here in awe of the fact that this film did get made. Like, I'm genuinely surprised because it is seriously odd. I don't know the budget, but like the fact that $35 million was given to this film genuinely still baffles me at this point. Like, it'll probably make it back. It's doing really well. I think it's been out in New York and LA because they do like the art house kind of locations in America where they do like weekly showings beforehand. But it's a film that'll get people chatting.
Yeah, well,
and that's what I love about certain films is like you go see certain movies, like, if we go see Fast and Furious, it's like we'll do our review, but we'll probably walk out the movie and just be like, yep. Whereas a film like this, you could almost go down to your local restaurant that closes at midnight and talk for 2 hours about what the fuck just unfolded.
Yeah, I'm like mentally, I have no words to say. Sorry, verbally, no words to say, but mentally it's cool. There's so much in there to unpack. There's so many different takes you can have on this film. It's got a lot of stories to tell, and everything's so in depth with so much detail. It really needs you're right. You 100% could do a full analysis on this film and probably come out with lots of different versions and outcomes and everything.
But that's what I mean. And the thing is, with that, is what's so beautiful is 50. You could put 50 people in a room and say, do an analysis on Beau is Afraid, and I guarantee every single person would have something completely different.
Yeah,
because there would be the person who literally sits there and talks about just the film as it is, blanket, statement. This is what's happened. Whether it's talking about it's under someone's control, other this, and then you get someone who's talking about reliance on pharmaceuticals, talking
all the
about
different themes,
talking about mental illnesses and anxiety and things like that, talking about disconnect between families, mother and son connection. Like there's just so much to unpack in this film that I would love to see it a few more times. Whether I can stomach it, because it is hard. It is a hard watch. Not that it's bad. It's just there are a lot of weird fucking things in this film where you're kind of sitting there like, what's going on? But not in a bad way. Let's put it that way. But other than that, it is a relatively hard film to review because we want to obviously try and avoid giving you much, spoilers or much information. So all we can really say is if you like Ari's previous work, like Hereditary, Midsummer, you probably already are going to see this or probably already have seen this. Highly recommend it. If you're a fan of original films that are seriously weird, go see it. But I also, don't want to be responsible if you don't like it because, as I said, I can completely understand how it is divisive.
Be open-minded.
Yeah,
That's all I'm going to say.
Sure.
Be open-minded.
But other than that, if you have seen it, comment below. Let us know what you think. If you have also seen it, I would love to know what your interpretations are of certain things. So by all means, comment below. Let us know. And if you like what you see, whether it be physical or our reviews, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. We'll be reviewing Evil Dead Rise when we see that this week. So watch out for that too.
It's a great follow-up to another messed up movie, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's happy times around here at the Bad Movie Reviews channel. So other than that, comment below, let us know what you think, and we'll catch you next time.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.